Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today's video is going to be a full face of Project Pan items. I am doing a rolling Project 10 pan this year, and so I'm going to try to use all 10 products on my face for this look. I may need to pull in some products here and there to fill in certain gaps, but for the most part I have almost everything I need for a full face with these products. So I'm really excited to get started. This video is actually a collab with one of my dear friends here on YouTube, Natasha. Her channel name is Too Much Tash. I'm sure many of you already watch her and love her, but she is one of my favorite YouTubers. She does a lot of similar content to mine, project panning. She does these awesome videos where she calculates how long it takes to use up certain products and how many uses it takes, and that's probably my favorite series from her. I think it's just so unique and informative, and I always learn so much when I watch her channel, so I highly recommend checking her out if you have not already. She will also be doing a look using her Project Pan items. I believe the Project Pan that she's doing right now is specifically focused on Creme products, which sounds like a ton of fun, so I'm really excited to see how she's using all of her products. So definitely make sure to check out her video. It will be linked down below. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with my full face. I'm gonna pull my hair back. I'm trying out this like is this called an Invisibobble, or did I make that up? No, I think that's what it's called. It's like one of these curly hair ties. I don't know if I like it. The first product that I'm gonna be using, and I've been using this a lot, is the CoverGirl Vitalist Go Glow Luminizing Lotion. I have it in the shade Daybreak. I've mostly been using this as a glowy primer. It's really one of those multitasking like glowy lotion products. My skin's always pretty dry this time of year, so this is a great way to start off my makeup routine, and that's part of why I chose this product, is because I knew I would definitely be inclined to reach for it. Okay, the next product, I'm so glad I put this in the project. This is the Balm Shelter Tinted Moisturizer. I have the shade Lighter Than Light, which I believe is the lightest shade that it comes in. I usually just apply this with my fingers. I'm loving this combination right now of the CoverGirl primer and this tinted moisturizer. I feel like my skin just looks so healthy, and it really just doesn't even look like I'm wearing makeup, which is kind of what I've been really into lately. I love this tinted moisturizer, but I'm so glad that I put it in the project, because before I was hardly using it. I was always just reaching for some of my other foundations, but this is really the only tinted moisturizer that I own, and I really love it. I don't know why I wasn't using it, because it really is so nice. I'm gonna add a little bit more. You can see it's really not very much coverage, but it still provides a really nice base for other makeup to go on top of. I don't have a concealer in my Project Pan, so I'm just using my Jordana Take Cover Concealer. I love this concealer. Whenever I'm doing like a very light coverage face, this is the one I reach for, because it just looks very natural on the skin, but it still has some coverage. Then this is in my Project Pan. Whoa, I just realized this is getting really low. This is the e.l.f. HD Under Eye Setting Powder. This was kind of a gimme product. It's one that I knew I would probably be finishing soon anyway. Sometimes it's nice to have that easy product. I always just apply this with either my e.l.f. highlighting brush or my e.l.f. small tapered brush. This is just such a good under eye setting powder. There's nothing really that special about it, but it just does a great job. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is blush, and I do have a blush in this Project Pan. It's the Milani Powder Blush in Romantic Rose. I also have the Bite Lip Crayon in Glacé, which some of you guys told me that you've been working on panning this, or you already panned it, and a great way to use it is as a blush. So I'm gonna try that as a cream blush, and then I'll probably top it with a little bit of this. I also plan on using this as an eyeshadow, so I'll still be using both. But before I put any face powder on, I want to do this. So I've done this a couple times already, and the way that I've done it is I've just taken my e.l.f. small stipple brush, pinch it in a little, and then just sort of lightly brush the product on, and then I just apply it like I would a cream blush. So that is on, and then I also have a bronzer in my Project Pan. It's the one in this e.l.f. Natural Glow face palette, using my e.l.f. Flawless face brush. I really like this for bronzer. And just kind of dusting it around. I always like to take it down here too. I may just take a little bit more of this e.l.f. HD Under Eye Powder to just sort of lightly set my T-zone. I don't really feel like using a ton of face powder today, but this powder totally works for just a light setting powder. Just gonna do that in the areas where my makeup tends to break down a little. I'm just gonna use a little bit of this Milani Blush. This is probably the most challenging product that I chose to put in my project pan. A little nervous about it, not gonna lie, but I do love this blush, so that certainly helps. Some people have told me that this blush is hollow though, so that's encouraging. Really curious to see what it looks like when I do hit pan, because that'll be interesting. But I always wonder, like when I'm trying to hit pan on a product that I've never hit pan on before, or where I've never hit pan on a similar one before, I'm always just like, what's it gonna look like? So I'm gonna prime my eyelids and do my brows off camera since those aren't products in my project pan. Plus, you probably don't really need to see me do that because it's a pretty mundane process, so I will be right back. Moving on to the eyes, I have a couple of eyeshadow products in my project pan. The first one is this e.l.f. Long Lasting Lustrous eyeshadow in the shade Soiree. I love this color. It's just this beautiful like burgundy mauve cream shadow. Beautiful. I've said many times, e.l.f., they have like 3 shades of this. They need to expand the shade range of this and like re-promote it because this could be such a popular product. If I ever were to do a collab with a brand, if I could just choose any brand and anything to do a collab on, I think I would propose that to e.l.f. because I would be all about that. I actually used up the one in the shade Toast, which is a gold, before, like a couple years ago I used it up, so I'm a big fan. One of the things that I always do whenever I'm trying to pan a blush, blushes are so hard to pan, but one thing that helps speed up the process a little bit is to use it as an eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go back into this Milani Blush and just build that up in the crease. I'm someone who really likes a rosy crease and a rosy eye look, and this shade actually works really well along with that Soiree color from e.l.f. So I'm just doing it very lightly though, because I don't want it to be too much. There was quite a bit of hard pan on this blush, so I just recently removed it with just some Scotch tape. That's how I normally do it, and it feels like a new blush now. Oh, and I forgot to say, the other eyeshadow is the Stila Glitter Glow in Diamond Dust. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do a very like fairy-esque eye look, very shimmery. I'm just gonna put this all over the lid and kind of blend it upwards, and then tap some of this maybe on the center of the lid or just in the inner half of the lid. This cream shadow is quite old, which is part of why I want to pan it, but it's getting a little dry. It's still usable. It's great for a one shadow look too, which I've done a few times, where I just put this all over the lid and then blend it with a crease brush. Next I'm just blending. Before I go any further with the eye look, I want to go ahead and spritz my face with the Pixi Glow Mist. This is also in my project pan. I love this, and it's the perfect finishing spray when you just want a little bit of a healthy glow. So next I'm going to take the Stila Glitter Glow in Diamond Dust. I keep having to add more like eye drops into it, but I think it's okay. I just want a very light, like glistening layer of this, so I think I'm just going to dot it onto my finger first, and then just pat it onto my eyelid. So I ended up getting a little bit underneath my eye. Just pretend it's supposed to be there. So this is not in my project pan, but I do want just a little bit of winged liner. For the lips, I have 2 lip products in my project right now. The Bite Lip Crayon in Glacé, which I already used on my cheeks, and then also the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. You guys are gonna laugh at me. Despite being warned by several of you not to do this, my curiosity got the better of me and I removed the stopper because I couldn't get any more out on the applicator without doing so. So I'm not gonna say it was a mistake, but this is what it looks like now, and it's just kind of a mess. So I'm debating, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It really was like almost gone, but now that I removed the stopper, there's like, of course, so much left, but I'm kind of regretting doing that. I kind of wish I would have just called it done, but here I am. So I think what I'll do is just put both of these on. I think they go really well with the look. I think I did a good job this time picking products that all go really well together. I didn't even necessarily do that on purpose. And what I'm gonna do with this, which is kind of what I've been doing lately, is just kind of dab it on with my finger instead of just going straight on with the applicator, since it's like so goopy now. So So I think that is everything. I am loving this look. I feel like every time I wear this tinted moisturizer, I'm always really happy with the way that my skin looks. Even when I have some, you know, little breakouts peeking through and things like that, I feel like my skin just still looks healthy. I don't feel like I'm missing like a fuller coverage foundation. So I've just been really loving this product ever since I put it in the project. I've been using it so much. And I feel like these three products together have just been such a winning combo. The CoverGirl Glowy Lotion, the Pixi Glow Mist, and the tinted moisturizer. It's just such a great combo for winter. And this is actually the first time I wore both the e.l.f. single shadow and the Stila glitter together on my eyes, and I'm loving it. I love glitter and shimmer on my eyes, so I probably will use both together again in the future just because I am really loving the way this eye look turned out. I think those are kind of the highlights that I wanted to mention, but I hope you enjoyed this and hopefully it gave you some ideas for ways to use your project pan items. And I cannot wait to go watch Natasha's video. I love her style, her vibe. If you haven't checked her out yet, definitely make sure you do that. And I will talk to you very soon in my next video. Bye.